Hello, this is Carlin Karate, and this is my assignment for week 12. Still working on the ecom store. Uh, First, I'm going to start with up here, we're going to look at catalog. Uh, the niche.py, we didn't really do nothing with. It's just empty, but it's like the root of our project. It contains, lets our system know the catalog app contains Python code. Our models.py contains classes that map our database tables as well as other information about our applications. Our test.py, if you run test for a code, the test runner will check this file for functions that we have defined. And then our views.py contains our view function for Jingle apps. What we're going to look at closely right now is we're going to look at our forms.py, or no, let's start with our admin.py. For admin.py, we see two classes. We have our product admin, and what our product admin basically does, it defines a form for maintaining the fields of our product. And then we see the class for categories admin, and this shows us what fields are available and how they'll behave. Basically, overall, what this admin.py does, to register models to the admin site, it requires this catalog apt. Admin.py, as you can tell, it has two classes. Basically, what it does is allow us to customize and add functionality to our admin interface. Now we can go to forms.py. What our forms.py is, it defines a class called meta, and it tells our class models what it is to be associated with. As you can tell below, we look at it does like a price validation, and it accesses the value of the price, and if it's less or equal to 0, we have an error. Basically what this code does is enforces our price for the site. Another thing that I'm going to look at is the settings.py. You got to change a different couple things in here that I want to point out. Right here we have the meta tags, and what that basically does is if everything fails in our site, at least these will pop up for information to fall back on, and so will our tags. The other thing you had to change on here is you may just put these down here at the bottom, my bad, we have a new media URL, and what this does is it helps us display our images. I had a problem with this part. It wouldn't let me do static as a variable because we already have our static URL. I added images in there and it seems to be working. I don't know if that was different from anything else that you have done or seen. Another thing we had us update is our template context processors. And this is just this, you can create views that pass on in a request context object, and they will access all the variables that we specify for this ecom store, which makes me want to move on to the utils, because oh no, utils was last time. Let's talk about let's go to tags and categories HTML. With the categories HTML, it lists active categories for our templates to use as a variable. The active categories show on our navigation HTML. Right here we could also see where it allows for our sites to have product thumbnails and images. It grabs from that. I think now I'm going to take time to show you some things down here in our terminal that I did with MySQL, because we did a lot of MySQL this time around. I didn't know if you wanted us to touch on it in the video. As you could tell, we created a super user. We synced databases, all that fun stuff for our e-com store. There's our databases, and here's some new tables we added with the sync databases. Now I think I'm going to show you my site overall so we can run this project. Hop on here real quick. What's going on? Alright, here we go. Here's my finished, or my final product for this assignment. I had to stop the video again real quick. For some reason, Cloud was giving me trouble, so I had to use the web server on Chrome. As you can tell, we added new categories to my page. If we click on this, it brings us to the page where we can click on this, and it shows you a picture, you got a description, we got all of our product models, classes, got the price, got the SKU, tells you what category it in, brand, same thing for the drum set. Click on this bad boy. So yeah, it's functioning. It looks pretty good to me. Interesting stuff. Well, thank you for your time, and I'll see you in class.